Hello, everyone. I know what you're gonna say. I haven't posted in 5 years, and I'm sorry about that. It's just that things got in the way. But I'm here now, and we will continue where we left off. And here with me are the Beard Master.
Hello.
Hello. We also have Lord Shiva, also known as Harold James George Arthur Philip Albert Richard Loki Nicholas Potter.
Hello.
How are you today, sir?
Fantastic.
Actually,
I'm
no, I should
sitting
be
in
referring
Phoenix
to you
Castle
as
right now.
in the castle, of course. I believe I should be referring to you as the King of Magic. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Of
With
course.
my 33 wives and 10,000 slaves.
All right. And we're also joined by Ryle, the Foxman, who
Hello.
actually is awake somehow.
Not somehow. I
Magic,
knew in
know.
advance when you will start the stream.
And luckily you did. Otherwise, you would have probably missed this. So,
I would never miss the stream.
yeah, that's nice of you to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rising Sun. You know, it's been like a couple months since we did this. I think we stopped halfway at chapter 11, but I kind of honestly mostly forgot the entire story. So I think we're going to do the recap first, and then we're going to pick up around where we left off before.
All right.
We have...
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, I never have a plan, but thank you. John was doing his thing in the north, being a broody, very good-looking 15-year-old who all the maids blush at. That I do remember that part. And then he has a fight with a bunch of guards, and he also has a fight with Theon. I don't know which one was first. I forget. Do you guys remember? I don't remember.
I think the guards were first.
Okay. Guards were first. He breaks the guard's nose and, just defeats them entirely. Rushes off into the forest. Fights a bunch of wolves and then a bear?
Don't forget the thunder cunt.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Kills a bear with a dirk.
Oh, yeah, kills a bear with a dirk. That's right. And brings it back. And then he talks shit on Catelyn, otherwise known as Lady Cuntlin. Otherwise known as the Thunder Cunt. Exactly. He runs away after punching Theon at some point, whose nose never heals afterwards, and he finds a boat that he, quote, steals back from an Ironborn, throws him off, which is essentially committing murder, sails west to Japan, and essentially becomes the most badass dude that ever was, right? He gets taught by Master M, who kills his students because he's such a harsh trainer.
Yes, that makes you a great teacher.
Yeah, and Garion was there.
The ever-grinning trademark Garion.
Yeah, ever grinning and making constant questionable jokes.
Who wanted to be John's Oni-chan?
Oh no!
Oh
no! I'm thinking of just he gets stuck somewhere. John, I'm stuck.
Oh God!
Oh no!
And remember all the SWAT puns?
Oh yeah, that's right. and the part where they trick Master M into thinking, what word? Cunt? That word was
Cunt means friend.
Yeah.
Oh God!
You're a good cunt. Okay. And then John
Hello,
meets
my
cunt. That is terrible. Then John realizes that the place was being invaded. goes up a mountain to find a dragon, but it's not like any other dragon you've seen in Game of Thrones. No. It has 4 limbs and 2 wings. Like it's not that its forward limbs are also its wings. No. It's got 4 limbs and then it's got wings, and it's super tall. What was it? 100 feet tall or 70 feet tall?
80, I think.
It's like 80
Something
feet
like
tall and 100 feet long.
Exactly. Like it was massive already, so he didn't have to go through the few seasons of the dragon growing up. Skip that part. That's not important. And
Don't,
that
don't
wasn't
skip,
enough.
don't skip the part where while he's climbing the mountain, he accidentally walks into a snow leopard, I think.
Oh my god, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He does walk into a snow leopard. Just first try, didn't even like. It doesn't matter. Like training, who needs that?
Not this Chad.
It's like
Instinctive warging into a hostile animal.
it's the male version of Ray.
God.
But yeah, after that, the dragon submits to him easily. That's right.
Can put
Bonds to
this,
him body, mind, and soul.
Oh
this
god.
godlike beast has submitted to a teenage boy.
The way you say that makes me scared.
It was supposed to.
Yeah. And then he defeats all the armies attacking Japan, who turn out to be led by none other than Euron Greyjoy. I don't mean Euron Greyjoy. I mean Euron Greyjoy, who gets defeated in about, I don't know, half a chapter.
Not even.
Yeah,
As we-
he's sending his stooges against John and is standing on the back and taunting him the whole time.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
He
he's
gets
such a
defeated
typical
in half
villain.
a scene.
God, it was great though. It reminded me, like when I read the scene, it reminded me of you guys ever watch a Screen Rant where they're talking about the villain and then like it's suddenly over and the guy says, "Yeah, the villain, he was nothing, barely an inconvenience."
Super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Exactly. It's just like that. And then after he does all that, they do the celebration thing, and then John, what was it, gets his 2 dragon steel katanas. By the way, dragon steel is better than Valyrian steel because it's made in Japan. All right, they got that folded
So much
steel method.
better.
Yeah.
And it makes
Nothing about
Valyrian
others.
steel looks worse than Castlefort steel.
Yeah, Castle Fort steel is nothing at this point. It's like toothpicks. And Valyrian steel, you know what? It's like a butter knife. It can still do something, but it is useless against the Japanese dragon steel sword.
Yeah.
Let's not forget he still gets 2 Valyrian steel swords.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I thought
Bright
those
Roar.
were yeah,
And
He also gets Bright Roar and Blackfire.
that's right.
Yeah.
Blackfire.
Doesn't need him. They're just, trophies.
I mean, I assumed that he was just gonna give Bright Roar to Tywin and Blackfire to, I don't know, Rhaegar.
Why would he do that when he can call Taiwan a cunt?
You know what?
where did he do that?
I wish he would do that.
He's going to do that.
Yeah, we've been at this for 10 minutes and we still haven't gotten to the part where we stopped.
We haven't even
So-
gotten to the story at all.
Yeah, like this is just the tutorial.
Yes.
We need to make sure you're prepared.
Because he got older, stronger, and he has a really super nice beard, as you could tell by the thumbnail of this video.
The best beard in existence.
Which the
Yes.
author included in his fanfic.
Yes. In the comments, like whenever people ask him, "Hey, what does he look like?" He just shows something. That's why, if you notice, Myth is called Master Miyagi because the author in the story literally based Master M after Master Miyagi from Karate Kid.
This author is a certified genius.
Look, man, He knows how to play the crowd. All right, I'll admit that. Hats off to him. But let's see. After he saved
still
Japan,
slightly offended by his idea of a glorious beard.
man, I don't think you'll ever become unoffended from that because it's like it's fuzz at the end of the day. It's like what I have on my face. I wouldn't call this a beard. Well, I probably should grow one. We'll talk about that later. For now, we have John, who defeated the armies of Japan. Yurin had this thing with the local population, the feasting. And then he left to see Ashara Dane. And then he asked the most powerful question in the story so far.
Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy?
Are you my mummy?
And it turns out that she wasn't.
But
That she also wants to jump his bones. He
and
wants to look at that dragon steel sword of his, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
he has
But
a
don't forget
daughter.
the twist.
That's right, she has a daughter. That's right. Oh,
Who also wants to jump John.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And is also Ned Stark's bastard.
Right.
Well, who is actually Ned Stark's bastard, to be clear.
But we're
She
still
hates
talking
him.
from John's point of view. He's still Ned Stark's bastard right now.
Yeah, he thinks.
Yeah,
he thinks she's his sister.
but we know he isn't from the prologue.
He's just a big bastard.
He is. And I think aside from that, he talks with Ashara and then leaves or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I do remember there was some kind of
stays for a
subplot.
day and leaves.
Yeah, exactly. I remember there was a subplot between Rob and some northern lady who got kidnapped or something.
Alice Karstark, yes.
And she probably got kidnapped by by Ramsay.
By Ramsay Snow. And let's
And
not
that was-
forget our little ray of sunshine.
Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh, my little ray of sunshine. Oh, yeah. I'll be sure to include like at the end of the video, I'll be sure to include a timestamp for when we actually start the damn reading. So far, it's been a recap.
Well, it has been
Well, we-
several months.
That's
I
right.
think we're about to start anyway. I mean,
A
at this
recap
point,
Was
who is going to save this Karstark girl?
Will it be John,
John?
or will it be Ned and the Lords of the North?
Imagine if it's Rob.
Yeah,
what a
imagine.
joke.
With his French accent.
Oh no, the French accent. I'll have to do that at some point. You're right.
For the Ned chapters, or POVs,
And Rob.
which we'll be starting out with.
Oh no. Alright, I'll share the screen. Chrome tab. Rising sun. Wanting to share audio. And we're good. Zoom in. I think that's good, right? Yeah, it seems nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so where we stopped around here.
Yeah, we stopped right there.
We can restart here. It's not a big deal. I don't know if I want to do a French accent though.
you do.
But you must.
All right, let me just drink some water first. I always feel like if I'm speaking in the French accent, I'm about to bend over and you know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence. Yes, Ned. No, wait. La France. Ned. It was late in the evening when they crested a hill and saw Ornwood in the distance. About an hour's ride from where they were, there was a fair few of them that had made the journey, and they'd made very good time since setting off just before dawn. From Winterfell, there was him, Rob, Seon, Sir Roderick, and a couple house guards. I wonder if Jory, the captain of the house guard, is here.
No, he would have been mentioned.
You're right. From Castle Kerwin, there was Lord Clay Kerwin and a few of his house guards, and from Torrent Square, Sir Elman Talhart had brought along with him 5 of his best trackers. Altogether, there was about 25 of them, and hopefully even more of them when they arrived at Adornwood, where hopefully Lord Alice add to the group. After a rest tonight, there should be around 30 men ready and waiting tomorrow morning to sniff out this little beast Roose Bolton calls his son. By the way, hopefully, also, was tonight. This implies the future. This is obviously the past.
That was also should be a were. Altogether, there were about 25 of them.
Also, that you're right. I missed that one. I'm stupid. He looked to his right where Rob was sat. Oh no.
Oh no! Already.
Oh yeah, we forgot that.
Mounting on his horse. Next to him was Seon, who was quite clearly whispering some tasteless jape into his son's ear, based off of the grin that was plastered across his face. It had been like that for a couple of hours now. Seon had been desperately trying to get a laugh or a smile out of Rob, but his son was having none of it. The whole situation they found themselves in had made Rob miserable and quiet. Not that he blamed him, like.
Looks like Fionn was rejected.
That desperately.
Leon is so desperate.
Elon's loins are burning for Rob here. He needs to get a laugh or a smile out of Rob. Just a smile. A pure.
This seems like a good spot for that new clip.
Oh yeah, you're right. A good, loving smile.
Oh man, I'm a little tiny horny honey.
That's Theon right now.
Yep. Just Robin having any of it. Will you just fuck off? He heard his son say in a harsh whisper towards Seon. Thankfully, nobody was close enough to the three of them to hear his outburst other than Sir Roderick, who looked down and chuckled. Alright. Fine. I've done nothing but try and cheer you up these past few hours, but if you want to sit there and be miserable for the rest of the journey, go ahead. I thought we got rid of the brooding one, but it seems I was mistaken. Sion growled out. Oh, he got rejected and he's going all out now. Jealousy over John.
Of course. Who wouldn't be jealous over that? Absolutely.
I think his nose is about to be broken again.
Rob looked like he'd been slapped, but recovered rather quickly. Anger clearly overtaking him as he lifted his left arm and curled his hand into a fist.
Oh god.
I like how they never allow Rob to just do something.
Right?
Like he's almost angry. He's almost gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna have his moment. And then, thankfully, Ned was there to grab his arm before he caused the scene and got shins wagging around camp. Just...
Only John's allowed to act the way he wants.
Yeah, like everybody else has gotta chop their balls off. Like
At least Ned is parenting here.
Like, is Rob becoming an unsolved? Is that what's going on?
Rob's new name will be, I don't know. I can't
I was
think of an
hoping you had a
unsullied
name.
I can't think of an unsullied name.
Okay, I got one. I got
And
one.
something distasteful.
Yeah, exactly. Red Roach. You know, because he has red hair.
Yes. Yeah, that works.
We call him Red Roach from now on. All right, I'll call him Red Roach from now on. And glared at Sion for that comment. The young man looking rightfully admonished. Sir Roderick, take Lord Sion here and check around the men to see if they are ready to continue, he said. Sir Roderick sat up straight and raised his chin before nodding to his lord. As you wish, Lord Stark. He then turned to Sion. Come on, you've caused enough trouble for today, he said as the pair of them made their way down the hill. Sion, having one last look over his shoulder at Red Roach. He leaned over to talk to Red Roach. You want to be careful with your actions when you're around your bannermen. You shouldn't have let him get a reaction like that out of you, he said, but all he got back was a frown. Did you not hear what he said? He's been bothering me all day with his stupid jokes and the comment about John was crossing the line, his son said as he looked away from Ned and looked across towards Ornwood. Little nitpick here. Looked away from Ned and then take this out and then you got a decent sentence. Or, just take both of these out and put a comma after Ned. But anyway, Ned looked down and sighed. I didn't like what he said about John either, but we still have to keep a lid on our emotions, he said as he looked back at Red Roach.
Conceal, don't feel.
Yeah, pretty much. How dare you have feelings, Red Roach Stark of House Stark. Bizarrely, Red Roach wistfully smiled and then chuckled. In certain situations I find myself in, I always wonder what John would have said or done if it was him in my shoes. His memory is a comfort in those times, he said as he looked down and shook his head. I imagine you wouldn't have had the chance to grab his arm to stop him from eating Sion. And even if you had managed to grab hold of him, he still would have swung and probably ragged you off your horse in the process. Oh, calm down. Okay, I get it. I'm saying, he's not that strong.
I don't know.
And it's like,
he kills a bear with a dirk.
It's fair. It reminds me of remember when in A Song of Ice, Fire, and Lightning where Harry first meets the Dothraki, and I'm like, there's no way they can beat him, and they throw rope made out of horsehair, and he just takes the rope and pulls him off. That's not wrong when I said that. He takes the rope and pulls at the rope to draw them off their horses. Okay, he doesn't actually pull them off. Just so we're clear. But yeah, this is exactly what I thought about that. Yeah, he was still swabbing and dragged you off your horse in the process. All right, calm down there. He doesn't have the power of lightning. Get out of here. Red Roach said as he let out a laugh. And after, he'd probably even ask what you were doing on the floor, he finished. Ned smiled at Red Roach's shared thoughts. He definitely hadn't forgotten who his brother was, and everything he'd said about Ned, Ned could see John doing in his mind's eye. It beat seeing the other things he saw. Ooh, drama time. Oh no. Last night he dreamt of a scenario where he fully expected to find the group in when they inevitably discovered this Ramsay Snow. There wasn't a confirmation on whether or not he'd been working alone with this criminal activity, but there had been a few rumors about a group of men-at-arms who were very loyal to the boy. A group of men who'd fought tooth and nail with Ned's men, but had ultimately fallen. That was the only good thing that had come out of that dream. Ramsay Snow had never been discovered, but his trophy room had. A trophy room that contained a multitude of corpses, most of them women, most of them flayed. Apart from one. A body hanging from a noose and tied to a beam to the old hunting shack. Arms and legs hacked off, and skin peeled back from muscle. I thought you said he wasn't flayed.
Yeah. Maybe it's that he's not flayed all the way.
I think
mean,
he's the only man. Most of them women, apart from one.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fair. A body completely unidentifiable if it wasn't for the raven locks and the dead silver grey eyes of his sister staring straight at him. Eyes that were bleeding along with his nose and mouth. A mouth that was still moving, like it somehow survived his horrific trauma just so he could see him one last time. A whisper in the wind as the word John's living corpse whispered reached his ears and wrenched his heart.
Mommy.
Mommy?
At least that part is realistic.
Fuck's
This
sake.
fanfic.
Mommy? Ned had never moved so quick from his bed as he reached the chamber pot to retch whatever was left in his stomach at the time. There was no Kathleen to disturb either. She was in her own room after the argument they'd had about Red Roach and his insistence on being involved in the hunt for this murderer. Wait, why would she be bitching about Red Roach when he's like 17 at this point? Or 16 or whatever?
Because overprotective mother go burr.
She's Lady Cantlin. Do you need a justification?
Look, man. He ain't no lady. The truly sickening... Wait, right? Yeah, okay. The truly sickening thing about this dream was that it was a genuine possibility that they would find some sort of trace of John. When he'd left Winterfell 3 years ago, he'd left not a single trace behind, and nothing had been discovered since. I don't think they'll find a trace. I mean, even if it was the fact that he got kidnapped or whatever, it's been 3 years, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a trace.
Yeah, there wouldn't even be a trace today.
Exactly.
48-hour mark.
Unless Ramsay decided to make John his new Reek.
I mean,
This is all a fever dream for him to escape.
oh my god. Like John, yeah, it makes sense now. John defeating an entire army, defeating Euron Greyjoy, getting 2 dragon steel swords, getting 2 Valyrian steel swords, getting a dragon to obey his every word, and flying around the map just completely free. No, it's more likely that he's become freak.
Yeah.
Fucking just sitting in the corner drooling as he dreams this up.
You should
While
leave a
Ramsay
comment
waves a
asking
sausage or
if
something.
asking if that's what's actually happening.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we here? Okay. What if Ramsay had managed to get a hold of him? What would he do if he had found evidence of John's demise to the hands of Roose Bolton's crazed monster? He'd probably break down, that's what. I love this. Nothing would stop Ned from doing the exact same thing he just told Red Roach not to do. The lid on his emotions will be well and truly thrown into the wind. His son woke him from his thoughts. You're thinking about him, aren't you? Red Roach said as he looked at Ned. Not a day
Everyone's
goes
always
by.
thinking about him.
I'm thinking about him now. What the hell's he doing?
Except for Lady Caitlin. She's glad he's gone.
I mean, she's still thinking about him though.
True.
Yeah.
Not a day goes by where I don't think about you, brother. He said as he looked away from Red Roach and looked to the horizon.
How could she not be thinking about him with that manly beard?
As
He
a,
didn't have that when he left.
as a fine, fully fledged beard that he now sports on his face.
Yeah, but not when he left.
Look, man, don't use logic here. What
Someone
do you
has
think this is?
rising sun.
There was silence a few minutes before Red Roach spoke again. Do you regret it? His son said in an iron tone, determination written all over his face when Ned looked at him confused. Do I regret what? He asked, almost snapping at his son. Anxiety building in his stomach. It went from to snapping at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, whiplash.
I haven't seen someone this emotional in a long time. You regret your actions, what you did to him. Red Roach replied as he turned to Ned and looked him straight in the eye. Ned, Lyanna's beloved brother, the awakened wolf, didn't like this one bit. I did to him. What are you talking about, Red Roach? He anxiously replied. He kept a straight face to emit a sense of calm, but inside he was getting annoyed at the questioning. Red Roach huffed. Wait, no. Red Roach huffed. Come on, father. We both know the real reason John left. Let's not act dumb now, he said, exasperated. Now he was visibly annoyed. We are not speaking about this right now. Do you hear me? He growled out. Red Roach was overstepping. Red Roach let out a humorless chuckle. He told me that's what you always said to him whenever he would ask about his brother. Red Roach shook his head. He used to come to me after he'd asked about her sometimes. We'd just talk about whatever. But I was his brother, and I could see it bothered him a lot more than he should.
Are you calling Rob Red Roach?
Yes.
Yes.
That's his unsullied name.
I feel like you're not paying attention.
I feel like Harold, James, George, Arthur, Philip, Albert, Richard, Loki, Nicholas, Potter has missed a bit.
I had to leave for a few seconds. I got a call for a job.
Oh.
I hope that went well.
It's financial advisor. I have no idea why I got the call.
Look, man, take what you can get, right?
Oh, yeah. I've got an interview.
Hell yeah.
Congrats.
Nice.
Make
If I don't know
sure
what to do,
your
make sure
employee
you make
sticker
it.
says Harold, James, George, Arthur, Philip, Albert, Richard, Loki, Nicholas, Potter. All right. Name tag has to say that, or I'll be disappointed in you.
And don't forget to sport a beard and have 2 dragon steel swords.
Oh yeah, that too. Why not? I don't know how I can't get you 33 wives, but you know what? You can get them on your own. Just go to a convention and just say I need 33 ladies right here, so we can take a picture.
Not sure how you're going to get the several $100 trillion, though.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I can't break the economy for you either. That's right.
That's fine. I can get it on my own.
All right, good. I'm proud of you for being a driven
Self-sufficient.
man. Yes. Self-sufficient Harold. The fuck. God damn it, I forgot the name. Self-sufficient Harold, James, George, Arthur, Philip, Albert, Richard, Loki, Nicholas, Potter. Anyway, Red Roach, it bothered him, okay. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. Wait, no, that's Linkin Park. And in the end, I think we both know the reason he felt he couldn't stay in Winterfell anymore. Knowing there was somebody in his home who had the answers to all his questions. but refused to answer them for years. Must have been torture. As much as I hated the fact he just left without saying goodbye properly, I couldn't, for the life of me, blame him for leaving, he said. Red Roach turned to him. Ned just sat there. Ooh. I like it. Ned just sat there and absorbed everything that was being said, receiving jab after jab to his heart, with every truth Red Roach hit him with. I see jab and I think about the thing that's going on right now. I like seeing this. I don't see. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's better. Why couldn't you just tell him? All of this could have been avoided if you had done. What? Oh, if you had told him.
Yeah, just leave out that done and the sentence makes sense.
If you had, that's right. John would. God damn it! But we just. I hate this. I really hate this. John would be sat on a horse to your left as we speak. He would have been less miserable if he had known. Maybe take the time to notice some of the girls that had took a shine to him. They certainly want some of that, huh?
Oh man, I'm a little tiny horny honey.
I feel like, yeah, this is better than taking a shot every time we see something like this. Because I think we wouldn't make it. We would make it to 2 hours. We wouldn't even make it to 1 hour.
I'm about to say we'd be dead.
We'd be dead already.
I love this story.
Granted, not the worst way to die, but not really how I plan to go out.
You know what they say about plans?
They always succeed.
Oh, okay. That's good. I was gonna say I don't know what they say, but that works. Might have even married one of them and had a babe. Whoa, calm down there, Red Roach. Ellie might be out there right now, married with his own child, and we would never know about it. All because you.
Merry Christmas
Just-
outside.
Give me a second. I actually missed that. My eyes went over it and I didn't even notice. And then you guys started laughing and I just doubled back.
Wincest is a tag for this fit.
Oh, why? Why? Why would you do this to me?
Keep that image in your head for if he ever has children in this fit.
Jon Snow, Rising Sun Jon Snow is the new Craster.
Oh God.
No.
I am not fond of this.
Don't worry, we're fond of it enough for all of us.
Oh, please, Dirk, don't do this. Don't do this, Dirk.
I implore you to reconsider.
Okay.
I implore him to do so.
Oh no. Anyway, yeah, man. All because you couldn't tell him some things that he had a right to know. Something so fucking basic that to this day I still can't believe you let fester for so long. I'd still have a brother if it wasn't for you. Red Roach growled out as he looked away from his father with an almost disgusted look on his face.
Ned needs to slap a little.
But only almost.
I'm just like,
Red Roach needs to face some discipline.
yeah.
I mean, severe. Give him to Ramsay.
It sounds like Red Roach doesn't want to be heir to Winterfell anymore.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Ned, Lyanna's beloved brother, the awakened wolf, has 2 spares.
I'm about to say he got spares. He can kill this little.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, time for you to go to the wall. It's a very honorable thing to do as a Stark. Don't worry, Baron will take care of Winterfell for you. It's okay, buddy.
If you don't go to the wall, you'll suffer an unfortunate accident on a hunting trip.
Calm down, Sam Tarly. Man, Sam Tarly's dad.
Randall Tarly.
Yeah, him. The dude who gets insulted by Mace Tyrell all the time. Fan fictions.
The dude who gets barbecued by Daenerys.
I'm sorry, but him being insulted by Mace is a point in his favor.
I know, but like every fanfic you've ever read that involves Randall Tarly will involve him being angry at Mace Tyrell for insulting him.
Yeah.
Like, I expect it. I see Randall Tarly, and I'm like, in the next 2 to 3 paragraphs, there's gonna be a mention of the Reach and the Reach Lords not giving him the credit that he's due, and then talking about Mace getting credit in the war. Undoubtedly, it'll happen.
Yep.
Oh, we're joined by Blue Hawk Fighter. I'm gonna guess this is Banana because he always says it's your boy whenever he starts a conversation. Hello.
How predictable.
Hello.
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 All right, we're at Red Roach growling and then possibly losing his airship. Okay. Back to my French accent. Oh, it's the other boy, Ever Peach. Oh, this is your friend from Shiro server.
Ah.
Who?
Peach.
Who?
It's someone from Shiro's server.
You know what? You saying who like that reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord, man. Who? I should get that clip at some point. Look, I don't hang out there all too often, but I do hang out as much as I can.
That would be a very good clip when people ask who John is.
I'm not even on that server.
Yeah, Starrell isn't on that server. He wouldn't have. I think he meant us messing with him. Less you though, but don't worry about it. Okay, back to the French accent. You guys ready? Because I'm not.
Let's go.
Ah, je suis français. Oh, la France. Okay. Rob had never spoken to him like that before, ever. He'd clearly been holding that in ever since John had left all those years ago. Ned, Lyanna's beloved brother, the awakened wolf, as much as he wanted to, couldn't argue with anything Redroth had said. His secrecy was definitely one of the main reasons John had deemed it impossible to live in Winterfell anymore. Ned had thought about this a lot, but could never see how that could push him away so much. Catelyn, the Thundercat, wasn't the nicest to him, sure, but even John would have admitted that he gave as much as he got sometimes. John also loved
Thundercat.
What about her? She's the hero everyone deserves. But not
she is the hero God Winterfell deserves.
Oh dear. Okay.
But Jon Snow is the hero that Winterfell gets.
The hero that the world gets. It's a shame that sound like the knights from the Joan of Arc campaign in AoE 2. Really?
He's going to get 33 wives, all of which are his daughters.
And his sisters.
Yeah, don't forget his sisters.
Well, that's where the daughters came
Same
from.
thing. Like daughters and you're like and a sister, same thing.
Oh, and he's gonna resurrect Lyanna, and she's gonna be one of them too.
Oh yeah. No, I
can
should
see it.
record
That actually
I can see
happens
it
in
now.
Naruto fanfictions a lot.
You mean Kushina? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens so often.
This
No,
isn't
it's not written by Radiant Arabian Nights. This is Dirk and full of errors.
This is Dirk and full of errors. I
And
think
it's 100 times better than Radiant Arabian Nights work.
I believe the link to the fan fiction I'm reading right now is in the description. If it's not, then I'm stupid and I deserve to be caned. I know it's a little harsh.
I am so upset that the statement that this is 1,000 times better than Radiant Arabian Nights is true.
No, they're joking about it.
True.
They're not saying there's 30 girls in the harem here. They're joking about the Radiant Arabian Nights story. I think there's like, what, 3 girls in this harem so far?
Well,
That is not a harem.
We only officially got confirmed Rhaenys and Daenerys.
Yeah, but it's possible that Ariane could be, and it's possible that his bastard cousin,
yeah,
and also bastard daughter,
also possible that Jarian's daughter Joy Hill.
Certainly, John will certainly go up the hill if you catch my drift. Yeah, I should just continue the story. John also loved all his siblings with a burning passion, and they loved him. Their reaction to John disappearing into the night was proof of that. Him not knowing about his mother wouldn't have pushed him to running away when he'd be leaving behind his brothers and sisters as well, would it? Well, yes, it would. And Red Roach had explained exactly the reason why he'd left. He was torturing him, not physically, but mentally. And there was only 2 ways that torture would stop. Either not telling him about his mother, or running away from it.
This author does not know what torture is.
Yeah, there's a lot of things this author doesn't know. He doesn't know the proper punctuation. He doesn't know anything, really. Where was the part where it was like married with children? So I don't want to go up to it anymore. Ed, Lyanna's beloved brother, the awakened wolf, had taken one of those choices away with his secrecy and left the lad with no choice but to leave. Which is mighty Valyrian, so nah. He don't use none of that Valyrian steel shit. He uses
the
Japanese
glorious Nippon dragon steel swords.
Yeah.
glorious Nippon dragon steel.
Katana.
Can cut through Valyrian steel like butter.
I can do the Japanese accent, but I'll probably get some kind of report. Oh, it's terrible. Actually, let me read this sentence that he wrote in the Japanese accent. John plunged his mighty Valyrian sword into her soft, moist hill.
I must grade that a failure.
You know what? No one cares about your opinion, Harold, James, George, Arthur, Philip, Albert, Richard, Loki, Nicholas Potter. All right?
I'm
Go
the
get
king
that
of
name
fucking
tag.
magic. Everyone cares about my opinion.
Maybe in that dumbass story where everybody loses their brains and just says the same shit 33 times in a row. Yes, Lord
Excuse
Harold.
me, but I needed to say that 33 times in a row to marry all those women.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, magic would have, I don't know, chopped one of your balls off or something.
Magic would have smote him where he stood.
Yeah, so smote it be. I, Harold, what was it? I, Harold, James, George, Arthur, Philip, Albert, Richard, Loki, Nicholas Potter, accept you as my Wife? Question mark?
Name you as my wife and lady of insert house here.
Or betrothed if they're not worthy of wife.
Yeah, those are only the American houses, though.
You know,
America
that
is
would be
just not worthy.
funny. Chugging a pitcher of water every time. Just like he does 7, and midway through the 8th one, he has to stop to drink. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Give me a second. Water. No, they come with poison resistance or some crap. American houses come with guns. Of course they do. The enchanted Desert Eagle never runs out of ammo and has no recoil. And doesn't overheat. Alright, took this one. Okay. Red Roach's explanation filled the gap he'd been trying to work out himself, and the realization of the truth was damning. He cleared his throat. If only he could hear his conscience as easily. Red Roach. Don't bother, father. I get it. We'll talk about this some other time. When the time is right. Yeah? Yeah? His son said to him and didn't give him a chance to reply as he trotted back down the hill towards camp without so much as a look back. Oh, Red Roach is so cool, guys.
But not as cool as John and his magnificent locks of beard.
No one can be as cool as John.
No,
But-
yeah, no one can be as cool as John.
Come on,
Not
give
even,
the guy his due.
not even the King of Magic is as cool as John.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, give the guy his due. He quite literally got blue-balled earlier. He couldn't even hit Theon. But give him this. Come on. Please. He turned back and looked over at the horizon. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath. His leather gloves creaked as he gripped the reins of his horse in an attempt to steel himself against the flood of emotions cascading towards him. This is not how you write reins, okay? You get rid of the stupid G, and it's good.
Nope, that's how you write it now.
One who tries to be as cool as John will be bashed. Pretty much. Alright, now that I got angry at this word, I'm gonna keep going. At the spirit of the onslaught was the one emotion he'd felt for longer than he could ever remember. Oh hey, speaking of,
We're
The
back to
hero's
John.
he's gonna show us how it's done.
His quest
Wow.
for his mummy.
Are you my mommy?
Are you my mommy? So terrible.
No, but I have your sister here with me.
I'll take that.
Oh, he gotta take that.
All right. Myth. Your turn now. I've been doing this.
All right. The sun was setting and the cool air of the night was drawing in. John pulled his cloak tighter around himself. They were making very good time. Kirena had pushed herself for nearly 12 hours straight. They were now probably somewhere in between the Riverlands and the Vale. He only knew this because they'd flown over a city that could only be King's Landing with its sheer size, and that was about 3 hours ago if he was having a guess.
Oh my god. You flew over King's Landing?
Yep.
With a crystal dragon.
He flew over King's Landing, and I bet no one noticed.
Ugh.
Why would they? The dragon has stealth powers now.
I mean, actually, his dragon was noticed when he was
Yes,
trying to hide.
Irena is the super special crystal dragon that shoots Godzilla breath.
Oh, he didn't give her the name. Don't worry. She had the name.
Yeah, she named herself.
Yeah, because she lived in Japan.
Wait, no, he gave her the name, if I remember
Sure?
No,
correctly.
she hibernated in Japan. She destroyed
Oh.
old Valyria.
That's right. She was from Valyria, and then she went to Japan, and then hibernated there. But you're saying he gave her the name? I honestly forgot, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
I
been
think he gave her the
too
name.
long.
Space Godzilla.
Yeah, I think John was the one that named her.
Why is Japan in the West? Because the world is a sphere. Look, don't use logic here. Come on.
Yes,
Yes,
you're
it exists. Why would
you're
you go
exactly
there?
right. But the Dirk made Japan anyway.
It's an inferior Chinese replica.
Like he didn't care about ET or whatever. He just created his own Japan. You don't. Come on.
To be fair, ET is not Japan-based. It's China.
But Wong is Japan based.
I mean, Japan is China based. Think about it.
So I just looked it up, and he actually named her. I mean, this is a short quote. "What shall I be called?" she asked as her tail slid from side to side in the shallow water. When some stuff. "I would name you the Nihongo word for beautiful, Kirena." He finished.
Oh yeah,
hoping
that's
she
right.
approved.
That's right. I
yeah.
remember cringing when he said Nihongo. That's right. I just make the West Aztec theme.
Because this guy's a weeb that loves Japan.
Yeah, because Dirk is a
Yeah.
weeb. You can't get glorious Nippon dragon steel if you make the West Aztec.
Yeah, they can't be Aztecs. They have to, commit Sudoku or some shit.
Yeah.
I love like intentionally butchering Japanese words just to make weebs angry.
It's great.
All right.
He'd already told her to slow her pace down and conserve energy. He'd asked if she needed a rest, but he was answered with a growl and a comment about being insulted at his lack of confidence when it came to her stamina. With him well and truly told off, he'd made the decision to keep flying through the night. I'm pretty sure that was her decision.
No,
The
she
cover
would have
of
landed
Fire.
if he pressed the issue. She's a
Yeah, she is
Submissive
submissive
after all.
to him. The cover of Night was too good to pass up on, and his decent night's sleep in Starfall had given him the energy to attempt the all-nighter.
and when she gains a human form, that submissiveness is going to be very interesting.
Oh, this pic is full of innuendo.
Yeah, you are in for a treat.
This needs the clip when it came to her stamina. Just give me a second here.
Yes.
Oh man, I'm a little tiny horny honey.
That's everyone in this fic.
Pretty much.
Are you
Oh,
sure you
no.
don't want to rest? He said to her just to make sure.
Oh, it's terrible.
No, my lungs aren't small and pathetic like yours. I've made bigger journeys than this before. Don't worry, she said.
Why does this sound like something completely different? Like you just hide lungs, and it'll be a completely different series of sentences.
What is she talking about? I've made bigger journeys than this before.
Because
The
he
journey.
doesn't want her to
Flew
keep
from
flying through the
Valyria
night.
to Japan, remember?
Yeah, but she still paused during the night, didn't she? To eat in the ocean.
Oh no, they're in Westeros now. Remember?
Yeah, but never mind.
No, he didn't hatch her. She was
She was
hibernating in a
fully
cave.
grown when he found her.
Yeah. He just finds her, doesn't have to raise her or anything, but now he can.
He bled a little
Genuinely.
bit on her,
Yeah, that's right. He did.
and that bonded them mind, body, and soul.
He poured his life juice on her, and she is now his.
No, not like that.
Exactly like
it,
that.
Exactly
Yeah,
like
exactly like that.
that.
At least
It is
eventually.
life juice. Yeah, here.
And she was right. They had made bigger journeys. The flight back to Westeros coming to mind. She'd lasted almost 3 days before resting on that trip. She'd lasted almost 3 days.
That's some impressive stamina there.
Okay, I'll stop asking. Sheesh. He said through their bond as he rolled his shoulder and adjusted the backstrap he fashioned out of his sword belt for his katanas. When they eventually landed, he would have to fine-tune his creation in the hopes of making it a little more stable and comfortable than it already was. Even after 1 day, he could see and feel the advantages of carrying his swords on his back instead of his waist.
Oh God, no.
Kirito?
Oh no.
No. Oh,
Yeah, he turned into Kirito.
Kirena, for one, had stopped complaining about the blades tapping against her scales when they were flying.
Lady, those weren't any blades, all right?
I'm sorry, but Karena is a kaiju. Why is she complaining about pieces of metal tapping against her?
That's like a complaining about a
comedy.
speck of dust hitting you.
Those weren't no
She's-
blades hitting her.
She's high maintenance.
Thank you, Lady Merlin.
Thank you.
A nice one.
He looked over the left side of Kirena to see what they were flying over in the hopes of seeing something identifiable. A huge river forking off into 3 smaller rivers was all there was to see at the moment. Oh look, they're at the Trident.
Yep.
Yep, they were in the Riverlands. But John was
the way he says it.
What John was seeing had to undoubtedly be the Trident, where there were no other rivers like it in this area of Westeros.
Damn. Oh. Is he gonna find the rubies or what? No, wait, no, he didn't die.
No, that didn't happen because Rhaegar lived.
Right. Let's see
Maybe
what
he still finds them anyway.
I mean, they still fought there, so maybe he did lose a ruby.
Possible. He remembers the
Thank you.
stories about the Trident, the location where some say the rebellion all but ended. He remembers the lessons from Maester Luwin about the whole ordeal. Hearing stories about something that his father was present in was unusual, to say the least. He also remembers how quick Lord Stark shut down any questions about the events around the Battle of the Trident, as the history books were calling it. How quick he was to anger when a young Jon Snow had asked if he'd seen the battle between Sir Arthur and Robert Baratheon, and even apoplectic when King Rhaegar was mentioned.
That doesn't sound like Ned Stark.
Remember, he's not the quiet wolf. He's the awakened wolf.
Oh, he awakened when Catelyn angered him.
Yeah,
right?
he only awakened after Jon ran away.
But
Jon
no,
was
apparently
him
John
awaken.
can awaken him too.
Yes.
Isn't Maester Luwin written with an U and not an E?
Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
That is not how you write Lewin. But to be fair, the names in A Song of Ice and Fire were like add versions of the existing names we have right now.
Yeah. Kirena broke his thought process with a rather jarring question. This King Rhaegar, does he share the same blood as you? She asked, like it wouldn't shock him.
Wait, hold on.
Share
What?
blood?
Wouldn't shock him?
Share blood with the King of Westeros? No. I might have a bit of Valyrian blood like you claim, but it must be a thimble amount compared to the milk jug he would have been.
You hear that? John produces a symbol. Oh my God.
He said as he recovered from the heavy question.
This King Rhaegar has some pretty substantial milk jugs.
God.
Oh, shit.
King Rhaegar has milk jugs.
Oh no.
Wait,
Well,
how does
continue.
John know what a milk jug is?
I mean, there's milk and there's
We have
jug.
covered this before. This is a modern AU of Westeros where everyone
Oh, yeah.
knows modern
I
vernacular.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, that is red, huh? Oh no.
Blue Hawk Fighter. Rhaegar's got those big mummy milkers.
That city we flew over a few hours ago. I sensed a concentrated amount of dragon blood somewhere within. Is that where this King Rhaegar resides? She asked. She was being rather inquisitive at the moment.
Imagine like making this comment here. She's being rather inquisitive.
I'm sorry. I have to take it back. This is worse than King of Magic.
No, at least it's not 33 of the same thing said over and over again.
No, because King of Magic, I can pretend that they did it as a troll. This, I cannot.
Look, it's like Blue Hawk Fighter said. Rhaegar's got those big mommy milkers.
John has found his mummy.
And it was Rhaegar all along.
Wow, really?
I mean, how many MPreg fics are there about Rhaegar?
You know, that's not a question I want to answer.
I'm going to answer that. I'm going
Let's
to
look at
find
this
out.
comment and pretend we didn't hear that.
What a terrible,
Terrible
trait,
trait in a woman. What, inquisitive? God damn it. Oh no.
I guess Westeros women are to be seen. Not
I
heard.
found it. I found it.
You found- no.
231.
What?
What?
231.
Oh,
231 what?
Impet Preg Rhaegar fix.
Yeah, like there's no way there's so many.
There is.
Come on, man. Don't say that.
There is. Most of them with Harry Potter.
What?
Crossovers.
It reminds me of that one thing I wrote in Dumpster Fires. Professor Snape smiled as he rubbed Harry's belly, which was
Oh,
swollen
no.
with gile.
Oh God.
Thank you for putting that mental image in our heads.
Welcome. That's the point of this stream.
Please continue reading.
All right. As you wish, sir.
But
That's where the
keep in
royal
mind,
family
Rhaegar
resides.
is John's mummy.
About mummies?
House Targaryen is what they're called, and yes, that is where the king resides, along with the rest of his family, he replied. I would hope the king resides with the royal family.
I mean, it's possible that he would say the prince is in Dragonstone.
That's what I was about to say. Then they have a few other castles, don't they? Did Drake?
I don't know if Summer Hall has been rebuilt or not.
I believe there was a mention of Summer Hall in the story here. but I
That's
forgot
where
his name.
Ned buried, claimed to have buried Lyanna's stillborn daughter.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
If it's been restored, then the royal family could be there.
Possible.
Indeed.
I really need a clip with Indeed in it.
Interesting, was all she said. Not really, but whatever floats your boat, sister. He said, a deep
God.
grumble in response. Oh my god. Whatever floats your boat, sister.
Sister? This needs the teal clap, to be honest.
John is now a middle school girl.
I can't
Jon
even
Snow is now a valley girl.
read it.
After a quick landing near the river for a piss break, him and Kyrena set off again and started after their cold, dark, and quiet journey through the night sky of Westeros.
If Karana took a piss break, there's a new river.
Yeah.
Can't argue
About
that
6
one.
hours into said journey, Jon had managed to rest his eyes for nearly an hour. The risk of actually falling asleep and falling from Kyrena's back was worth it, as he let the sweet pleasure of closing his tired eyes take over. Kyrena, shouting at him through their bond, had eventually stopped the chance of sleep taking him and the chance of him falling to his death.
I was getting excited here, but then the screaming started.
The blacks and grays of the sky were blending with the reds and oranges of the dawn. They were currently flying over a large body of water, and had been for the past 2 hours. It was either the bight that was in between the Vale and the north, or his estimations were completely wrong, and he had no fucking idea where they could be.
No. This author.
Either we are where I think we are, or I have no fucking clue.
He doesn't do things by halves. He's either got it or he's destroyed the planet. Go in between.
Yep.
We need to land soon, Kyrena. My eyes are fucking gone, and I can barely see straight anymore. Just a few hours shut-eye, and we'll be back on the road. Or in the sky, he said, most of his energy being spent keeping his eyes open. Okay, where are your eyes gone to?
I'll be looking
His
at,
eyes are fucking gone.
Look, they're taking a trip, all right? Maybe he wanted to watch Harold, James, George, whatever, do his rituals. Get his 500 superpowers and inherit the planet.
Fine. You can rest your little human eyes while I go hunt. There's lights ahead, so you might actually find a bed to sleep in, she said, almost amused.
What is it with this dragon and calling every part of John little?
I, as Herald, declare there will only be one ritual: to break Artemis's oath to be a virgin for life.
Oh no.
Oh no. Too bad Hestia already broke her oath.
Athena has not.
What are we talking about?
We're referencing King of Magic again.
You remember that reading that you wanted to join?
Yeah, I didn't read the fanfiction yet.
Oh, yeah, you'll have fun with that. I know you like dumpster fires, but this one will make you question life.
That made him scrunch his face up in confusion. Lights? He squinted into the distance. Kirena really did need to be a bit more considerate when spotting things. She clearly had the superior vision and had proven that on many occasions at this point. Finally, after half a minute of squinting in the wind, he spotted what she'd seen. Civilization. A city. Beds.
Oh yeah. What's up?
Never mind.
No, you were gonna say something.
No, it's okay.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say something about Karina being the best bed possible.
Oh no.
I mean, with her size, the chances of him actually falling off her are slim.
The fact he thinks his eyes matter at the moment is amazingly egotistical.
Yeah.
Question was, where were they? A city on the coast of the Bight, northbound. White Harbor? Fucking hell.
All
If they were in White
these three are
Harbor,
the same.
fucking hell. If they were in White Harbor, then Kirena had done exceptionally well with the flying. I like how Had is split up.
It's like two space. There's like a space here, and then like a bunch of
Two
spaces.
spaces there. Two spaces
Yeah.
there.
Like the guy as he was writing, he just like fell asleep, hit his head on the keyboard, and just slept for a while. And when he got back up, he never fixed it.
None of that mattered now, though. There was a city, which meant there were inns, which meant beds. Gods, he was exhausted.
By the way, I like
That
how
is
you
a
corrected
possessive
this.
gods, not a plural gods.
Right. And same thing here.
Yeah.
You know this thing.
There were.
You know, I watched a video once that talked about how people didn't actually like inns weren't really used back in the day. Like they were, it was for rich people essentially, and what
Yeah,
you would do when
people.
you're visiting a city, you would do like Airbnb. You'd stay at somebody's house. You pay them for the night or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Shadiversity?
Yeah,
Is that who you watched?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It might have been him. Yeah.
I mean, and not only was that what's done, the house owners were expected to welcome guests.
Expected. What happens if you didn't?
Like,
Well, you lose a lot of social status.
yeah, you
I'll have to
become
read up
known as
on it.
not hospitable.
Yeah, that sounds like a horrible thing to be known as back in those days.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially. I also think it would have been something against the religion if it was Christianity.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to welcome neighbors and love them.
yeah. But I mean, those traditions go all the way back to at least the Greek times.
Yeah, it's true.
You're gonna have to land a mile or so outside the city. I'll have to walk the rest of the way. God, I hate it when gonna is used. He said to Kirena. She just huffed like he'd said something stupid. With her size, I think you're going to need to land a little more than a mile outside.
Yeah, a mile you'd
Like, if you can see the city, they can see her.
She's 80 feet tall. If she lands a mile away, they're gonna see her.
Yeah. Like, if you can see the city, you can already see her. Or they can already see her.
Well, maybe we're not looking in the direction. Ever thought of that?
At least one person has got to be.
Yeah, all towns have guards, ish, unless it's a village.
And a lot of those guards don't seem to be very effective.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that John defeated 3
when
guards
they
when he
let
was 14
some
years
random stranger who threatens them in to see the lady of the house, they're really not very effective.
And then they
But-
left. They didn't even guard outside the solar.
old. You know what? You're right about that. I take it back. You're right. They did leave him. They did just let him go in. No problem.
Under the cover of the very early morning sky, Kirena glided down and landed softly in a large enough opening of the woods, about a mile north of White Harbor, or whatever the city was called.
Does this author not understand you can actually see things from a mile away?
I guess not.
I don't think he does. Oh man.
He didn't really care at this point. He'd worry about it when he'd had a kip. He climbed off her back and brought with him his bag of clothes and his other bag with the 2 precious family heirlooms secured inside. He looped each bag on each of his shoulders and shrugged them to get them into a comfortable spot for his mile walk. He took a step towards Kirena's head, which was currently resting on the cool ground, and pressed a gloved hand on her snout.
I'm sorry, but those swords are not priceless anymore.
No, not when you have glorious Nippon dragon steel swords.
I don't
I can't tell you how
understand.
much I hate that.
I don't understand why he's got all of this precious stuff. He's almost exhausted, and now he's walking into town and sleeping with the precious family heirlooms that would probably net him thousands of honestly,
Thousands?
Right Roar
Remember-
itself would get him 1,000,000 gold dragons easy.
I'm about to say, remember what Tywin offered for a smaller family's Valyrian steel sword? That
Hey,
wasn't
like,
even Bright Roar.
He's just going in, doesn't even care, just like taking a walk
Yeah.
with
Like,
with enough money to fund
that-
3 wars.
He deserves to get shanked.
Should definitely have left the priceless family heirlooms with the
dragon.
giant dragon that no one's gonna fuck with.
I feel like we're getting set up for someone trying to steal shit from him, but we'll see.
That's probably what's going to happen. A group will try to steal from him. He'll beat them
And
all
he's
up.
gonna show how badass he is.
Oh yeah,
And then
hell
he'll be
yeah.
merciful to show he's a merciful guy after, cutting off one of their hands or something.
Oh yeah.
Full of guys peepees.
I won't be long. Just a couple of hours to rest and get sorted, and we'll be on our way again, he said to her. No need for whispered thoughts between each other's minds. Just call for me when you're ready. I'm going off to hunt since we are so close to the sea, she said through their bond. Be careful and stay out of trouble, he said as Kirena started to lift and straighten her body in preparation of taking off.
Myth, I want to say something you're going to hate.
Say it.
This person has made this an inheritance cycle crossover with how they did the Dragon Bond.
I know. I was ignoring that.
No, not anymore. You're not.
I had noticed that immediately, but I was trying to ignore it. Thanks a lot.
I mean, I noticed it too, but I can't ignore it anymore.
What you're saying is we should change the Kirena's name to
Kirena is now Saphira.
No, I'm not that mean. You don't have to say Saphira.
You have to.
Nope. Red Roach is good. Saphira probably not.
No.
I mean, she is blue.
Yeah, she is.
Then again, Hestia is also blue. Why did I make a blue dragon?
I mean, to be fair, your dragon is very dark blue, right?
That was a
I
very
mean,
light-
blue fits in with your lightning theme.
Yeah, yeah, you're right because it is the blue light.
I mean, lightning can be different colors. There's red lightning.
But it
No,
is
it's blue.
generally depicted as blue.
I mean, I specifically made it blue. I don't know if you've read Lightning Dragon's Roar at the end, where I retroactively made it part of the Potter bloodline.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember.
'Cause I forgot.
It
I just remembered that when we were talking about it. I'm a
would
terrible
make more
writer.
sense for. No, it wouldn't. That's Lily's eyes.
She's femme Seath. Let's just leave it at that.
I have no
Seath?
idea
Seath?
who that is.
Neither do I.
Yeah, you have us at an impasse here, buddy.
Yep. None of us know what you're talking about. Maybe Ryle does. He hasn't said anything.
Look, leave the poor guy to sleep. He woke up at an ungodly hour just to hang out.
I'm
He's
not
a player.
asleep. I just went and got myself something to eat.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, food is always nice. I had Mexican food earlier.
I had Chinese.
So what did you want my opinion on?
What is Seath?
I'm sorry, Peach, but Fell in the Sea, that's a song of Ice, Fire, and Lightning, not
Yeah.
Dragon Roar.
Wait, fell in the sea? Who fell in the sea? Harry did.
The dragon?
Oh, she flew away. That's the whole point behind the trip to Valyria.
Yeah.
Which is going to be really fun.
Oh, yeah.
I have a few ideas. I just haven't worked on them all that hard yet.
I mean, even Balerion the Black Dread came back wounded from that place.
Yep. Not
Yes,
the same.
the main character of LDR and Ice, Fire, and Lightning are the same.
Well, the same
Branching
by
from the same.
branching from the same at chapter 31 from the first story.
Yeah.
But there are two different characters now.
Yeah, at this point, definitely.
I specifically say two different characters because eventually the two paths are gonna align again.
And then they'll merge into one.
I wouldn't say merge. There might be two of them in the same place.
That's going to be interesting.
And then they'll kill each other.
Nah.
My money's on a Song of Ice, Fire, and Lightning, Harry.
Sure.
Huh?
You sure about that?
If they're back in the original world, or then his magic will be increased, and he has taught himself actually how to fight. Yes, my money's on him.
The other one also knows how to fight now.
But that Harry's also learned how to concentrate his magic more.
True. True.
Yeah. I honestly can't say which one would win.
A Jingle by Terry Pratchett. I don't believe I have.
And at this moment, Erebus is getting along better with the Harry and A Song of Ice and Fire, which could help.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And Balthazar's powered up.
I have some plans for Balthazar, but I'm not sure if I should do them yet or not.
We need to get back to the story.
Yeah.
Man. That was an interesting conversation.
It was.
Fine. Let's
It
get
really
back to
was,
this.
but we need to keep on track.
You're more inclined to get into trouble than I am. Stay safe, was all she said as she took off into the morning sky, sending a huge gust of air into the trees surrounding him and shaking them to the roots. Oh my God.
Taking them to the roots?
Yeah, she even acts like Saphira.
Maybe you should start calling her that.
It
Wait,
took him around
40
45 minutes to drag his almost comatose body to the city. A good-humored warning from one of the guards at the main gate to not cause any trouble with any of those swords on his back was the only bit of trouble he experienced on his way into the now confirmed White Harbor. Oh my God, he's so weak, taking 45 minutes to walk a mile.
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. Well, it makes sense where you make the person. But yes, they didn't say anything about the two swords on his back.
Ugh.
The two glorious Nippon Steel.
Right.
I'm numb to that. But
So
back,
wait, wasn't he a single mile away? Why did it take him
Yeah.
45 minutes?
But it takes me walking at a leisurely pace less than 30 minutes to
I mean-
walk a mile to work.
I guess. Well, he's going through a forest at the moment. That adds some time. It's not a straight path. He's tired as all get out, so he's probably stumbling along, going as slow as possible.
I'm also not in very good shape, and it takes me less than 30 minutes.
I'm trying to give it a.
Don't try.
He just typed a number he thought was long enough and left it at that. I
Or
mean,
maybe this dude is so out of shape that he's like, how long does it take me to walk a mile?
An hour and a half. Now, how long
It
should it
takes
take
him
John?
over an hour to walk a mile, so he did 45 minutes. Called it good.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Whitewashed stone, cobbled streets, and a strong whiff of fish would be the best way to describe the city if you were to ask him. He would have described it in a bit more detail if he wasn't desperately looking for an inn to collapse in.
Yeah, this is a terrible way of writing because he could have described the city, right? Like he could have said like whitewashed stone, cobble street, and a strong whiff of fish entered John's nose or whatever. Right? You could have expanded a bit on that, made it 2 sentences, and then you would have said, "But John only had eyes for the inn in front of him."
Isn't White Harbor supposed to be very beautiful?
Yeah,
Yes.
You'd think
it is
retired-
literally the city of the north.
Yeah. Like, it's supposed to
Well,
be.
Winterfell looks pretty spectacular too, but you'd think you would notice the most.
But
beautiful
Winterfell's a castle. White Harbor is actually a city.
Matriculations.
Matriculation. I love that guy.
A quaint little inn called the Maiden's Rest caught his eye. Are you sure that's an inn?
Sounds like
Actually, I gotta say something. Inns in A Song of Ice and Fire are different than they were in art history.
you think they were actual hotels?
They're more like that in A Song of Ice and Fire than they were in our history. Because we see them stopping at inns on the King's Road and everything.
We see them stop at one inn, the inn at the crossroads.
And in at the crossroads, it's a literal crossroad where someone smart could have set something up. But like in a city, I don't know.
I mean,
you used an inn in your story.
Look, man.
I mean, White Harbor is a port city, so wouldn't it make sense for all the sailors to have a place to stay?
I guess so.
Cheap ones sleep on their ships. That's right. But you could have an inn for those who have money, like merchants.
And the ones that have money sleep in the brothel.
Hell yeah. The Maiden's Rest.
Of course, where else are they going to spend their money?
Yeah.
It was hidden down one of the smaller alleys of the city and seemed perfect for his purposes. Oh yeah, this is a shady brothel. It's hidden down a smaller alley. It's a brothel. Yep. A couple of stacks lighter, and he was setting into his small but cozy room, complete with a feather bed and thick furs. He'd told Kirena he wouldn't be long, but as soon as he dropped his belongings on the floor and collapsed into the comfort of the mattress, he was starting to regret his promise. He took all his clothes off with the least amount of effort he could get away with, and all but chucked them across the room for future John to worry about. Within 5 minutes of climbing under the furs and dropping his head on the pillow, he was out like a light.
Like a candle being snuffed, or a wick being blown on,
or a dead horse.
It's kind of morbid.
Yeah.
Or anything but a light which did not exist.
Look, maybe the Japanese came up with electricity and stuff,
Oh,
and we
yeah.
haven't been told yet about it.
I
They
mean,
know about technology because they're Japanese, all right?
I mean, it makes sense to me.
Maybe they built a 50-foot Gundam that will attack Kuvira.
Like, I feel like whenever people ask Dirk these logic questions, he's like the guy from pitch meetings. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about that. It's like, I don't know.
I never even thought of that.
A few hours later, he was woken up to the sounds of bells outside. Well, he'd like to say it was the bells that had woken him up and not the disturbing ending to his dream.
Dream. I'm ready for this. Come on.
I am
Come on,
not
baby,
ready
He
give me
was
for
dreams.
this.
tied to a tree in the middle of the woods, and it was dark out. He didn't know how he'd gotten there or who had tied him up. The only thing he does remember is feeling the edge of a steel blade scraping across the soft tissue of his eyeball.
Holy crap, things are getting real now.
How does he know what that feels like?
That is a very good question that is probably never going to get answered.
I don't know what he's been doing with
Green.
Leon. But it
Master
looks-
N has some very weird tastes.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, Master N does do a lot of strange things.
you're right. Master M did have some games with John. That's right.
Yeah. That was enough to wake
Master M.
anybody up and blink frantically.
I hate
He's
this kind of
right.
writing.
He stretched his arms and legs under the furs and heard the cracks of his joints as he woke up in the north for the first time in 3 years. He just laid there for 5 minutes and let the sounds of the city dull his mind. Good, you're awake. Hurry up, Kirana spoke in his mind. Damn, woman's a slave driver.
It really is. Just like let the poor guy sleep. He just, how long did he even sleep? Let me look here. He fell
doesn't
asleep,
say.
A few hours later. The
Yeah.
hell is a few? Is it like 2 or is it 5 or is it 4? Like, what's going on here?
He grumbled as he cracked his back and sat up on the edge of the bed. For fuck's sake, he mumbled.
Why does he sound like an old man?
That is a very good question.
He heard the cracks of his joints. He laid there
Cracking
for
his
5
back.
minutes. Cracked his back like he's just even swearing. Like he's like me waking up.
Right. I'm feeling this wake up process on a personal level.
I repeat his message. Hey, you're finally awake. Watch you right on that ambush.
He mumbled. He rubbed the sleep from his eyes and rummaged through his bag for a clean tunic and pair of breeches. He would have liked to bath and grab some grub before they got back on the road, but it seemed Kirena had other plans. No time for any of that. I found something earlier, and I think we need to investigate, Kirena said. She sounded a little anxious. Does it involve pork sausages and crispy bacon? He asked.
Nice crispy bacon.
So American. Okay, so he's from Westeros, from the north. He moved to Japan, where he lived in Japan for a few years, and now he's talking like an American.
Yep.
He did go
He's
west
talking
after
like a
all.
hobbit.
Yeah, he did go to the Wild West.
Yep.
All he's missing is potatoes. Tomatoes, not potatoes.
I like this line.
Damn you,
wildlings.
wildlings. That's great.
I would have stolen that horse and been halfway to the door. We're all brothers in chains now, thief. Uh, okay, so crispy bacon. There's no crispy bacon, you little pooper.
No, she replied.
What did
Then I
Harry?
don't need to investigate shit. He finished as he finished dressing. He finished as he finished.
Oh, he finished all right.
He finished. Oh my lord, he finished pretty hard there.
He put his dirty clothes in his bag and placed his 2 bags, his sword strap and his cloak, on the messy furs of the bed before tying his dagger to his right leg and pushing his feet into his boots.
Okay.
Let's pause on this for a second. All right, let's move on.
I'm serious, John. What I've seen reminds me of urine all over again, she said in a steel tone. Cunt was all that came to mind.
Sure you're talking about the right person?
Oh, so Lady Cuntlin reminds John of Euron.
Catelyn X Euron.
Oh,
The power
God.
couple.
The
Yeah,
pairing
everyone does.
for the ages.
I mean, they both hate John, so they have so much to go along with.
Wait, she tells him it reminds her of urine, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really care."
Like, it just said cunt.
Like in I don't know if you guys ever watch Critical Drinker. Every time he would like mention a plot, something in the plot happening that would later lead to horrific results, he would say something like, "Nah, it'll be fine." This is what I'm getting here. Like, it
Yeah.
reminds me of Euron, and John's like, who cares?
John. Fine, I'm moving. He huffed as he got his cloak on and strapped his swords to his back. Meet me where you dropped me off earlier, he finished as he shouldered each of his bags. He left the inn, but not before the plump, middle-aged woman who was running the place escorted him out with an arm around his waist and a friendly goodbye.
Oh, I just read the part after.
He was also pretty sure she'd squeezed his bum as he made for the door, but he was just too sleepy to react. She's a little horny honey.
Oh no, we have to do it.
Oh man, I'm a little tiny horny honey.
Why isn't everybody wanting to squeeze this child's bum?
Well, he's not a child anymore. He's 17. He's a man grown.
That's fair. Oh god, Peach, Boltonstead. I'm from Boltonstead.
So is this confirmation that that was a brothel?
Yes.
Might have been.
I'm taking it that way.
Taking it out, messed around. Are you okay, buddy?
Well, I didn't need that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You did need that image, but let's go.
Groping aside, he made his way back to the main gate that he'd come through earlier in the day, but not without buying himself an apple and a buttered roll from one of the market stalls on the way there. He'd demolished both of them by the time he'd got to the main gate, and he was washing it down with the warm water that was left in his skin.
I mean, I'm sure he had a buttered roll last night.
Oh yeah. Went deep in there while he was taking a nap.
Thankfully, the exit from the city was trouble-free, and he was half an hour into his journey before he sensed Kirena close by. He could really sense her anxiety now. He picked up his pace and was in the clearing 10 minutes later. Kirena was already laid there waiting for him. Hurry up, she growled. I love how it still took him 40 minutes to get there when he's been rested.
Been fully rested and had a meal.
Your defense of him earlier only knocked off 5 minutes of his journey.
Pretty much.
I mean, he's still sleepy. It was said so earlier.
No, it was definitely a brothel. All right,
100%.
like in a back alley with a chick groping him. It's a brothel.
Yeah. Hello to you too, he said as he tied his bags to her back. He received a growl in response. All right, I'm hurrying up. Gods, what's got you in a rush anyway? He asked as he positioned himself on her back and settled in. Boy. She already told you that it reminded her of urine. You remember what happened with urine? Your connection was cut off.
Yep.
He got hit in
Cut
the head
off,
many
and
times.
it almost seemed like he was gonna lose
For
didn't.
how long?
for about 3 seconds.
For about a single sentence.
Yeah.
I was hoping he would have lost, but you know, like you noticed this part here, but I noticed this part.
Yeah.
He positioned himself on her back and settled in. All right.
Bad people was all she muttered as she took off into the air, disturbing a large murder of crows from the trees. Oh no.
Murder of crows?
The three-eyed crow is watching him.
I know, but like murder?
Yeah, that's
Maybe he
the
was trying to
proper
say
term
number.
for a group.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a large group of crows is a murder.
Know that? Amazing.
Should have just killed them if they were bothering you so much, he said, as he scratched his beard. He should have asked Clarissa to trim his beard while she was messing with his hair. Yeah, in case y'all didn't know, Clarissa is Ned's actual bastard.
Larissa Sand.
Yep, Ashara Dane's daughter.
Probably going to be part of the harem.
Oh, 100% going to be part of the harem.
She might be a concubine, not necessarily married to him.
I mean, concubines are still part of the harem.
That's fair.
There's innocence there as well. I couldn't risk it, she said as they seemed to veer to their right. This annoyed him a little. Where are you going? We're supposed to be going north, not east, he said, but was growled at in response. Dude, she just told you what she was doing. I thought you were supposed to be smart.
Look, no, remember
No.
he's
He
got
can't even count.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can't even-
Unless he read it in a book, he can't do anything.
Exactly. If he doesn't know that he needs to save people, he's not read about that in books.
Why would he need to
Oh,
save
look, she's
people?
getting just as annoyed at him.
That's
Have
not
you
his
not
job.
been listening? We need to go help these people. I just hope we aren't too late, she said as she started to really pick the pace up.
Yeah, as if she wasn't going fast enough before, right?
So she was serious then.
Nah. She
He's
was
still
just
asking.
thinking.
He's still not sure.
Boy.
She's not Garian.
What the
I mean-
fuck has spooked her so much?
Want me to keep going?
Ramsey, probably.
Yeah. She
All right.
said that what she'd found had reminded her of urine, so by the sounds of it, they were dealing with a nut job who kept prisoners and did unspeakable things to them.
Oh, it's Ramsey.
Yeah, that's Ramsey.
Obviously.
Oh,
But
come on. I was
John
still
has to
hoping
sweep
Rob.
in and take care of Ramsey before Ned can.
God
Of course.
damn it, I was hoping that Red Roach would do it.
Come on.
Whatever.
No, we can't give Red Roach his time to shine. It has to be John.
Yeah, Red Roach can never become good.
And everyone's gonna find out about his dragon as he's doing this.
Oh, that's deliberate.
Oh, no, you're hearing it right. We're saying urine. We're not saying Euron.
Yeah, he does not deserve to be called Euron.
Look, there are two. Initially, we called him Euron, but once he came out in the movie, the TV show, he was known as Urine. So there's Euron, the guy from the books, and Urine, the guy from the show. The guy from the show is your typical Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey, now that's an insult to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, that's fair. He's from the Chinese knockoff of Pirates of the Caribbean. You happy with that one?
I mean, I would have gone with he's the drunk guy that thinks he's a pirate.
With that too. He's the drunk guy that thinks he's a pirate, and he's the typical pirate, and easily defeated. No, he's nothing compared to Euron. I'm gonna become a god by sacrificing various priests and becoming one with the storm god or some I forgot exactly what it was, but he was
Euron,
basically
I'm gonna become an eldritch being, Greyjoy.
Exactly. And you ever read the vision?
Valyrian steel armor.
Read the vision that he saw with the all the other gods essentially rotting and killed.
Yeah,
including the drowned god.
To be fair, he still shot a dragon out of the air because then he kind of forgot he was there.
You know what I thought about doing?
We don't talk about season 8. Season 8 doesn't exist.
You both said it. Oh, it's beautiful. You remember we were watching Lord of the Rings with the Helm's Deep part where the old man shoots an arrow? I thought about making a video with the guy shooting an arrow and then cutting to the dragons dying. And,
he deserves it more than urine.
Exactly. Like I would just have him be like, you'd have Aragorn said hold, and the guy lets go of his arrow and kills the dragon, and everybody looks at him shocked. That'd be good.
Still better than season 8.
Literally anything is better than season 8.
Yeah, Euron's vision was him having ascended to the throne of godhood by slaughtering and climbing over the corpses of the other gods.
Yeah, but I like Everpeach's way of saying it. Euron, I have a dream to become the worst nightmare of Japanese schoolgirls, Greyjoy.
Yes.
That's pretty succinct. Succinct? I don't even know how to pronounce that.
All right.
Where were we?
Brilliant. That's
me
all he needed shortly after waking up. He was pretty sure he had a headache coming on as well. Lovely. They'd flown for about an hour before Kirena said anything else. There. Do you see it? She said. No, he did not see it. They were so high in the clouds, the ground was just a blur of green.
Wait, green in the north?
Yeah, like, you're in the... I guess the trees are evergreens.
That's fair.
See what? He asked in a rather annoyed tone. The smoke, she replied.
Except they're in the north, there should be white.
Oh yeah, there should definitely still be white.
Logic is not welcome here. I want you to apologize to Dirk.
I want you to get all the way off my back about logic.
No. I would not apologize to Dirk about anything.
Then don't.
He looked down, and surprisingly enough, he could see the smoke. Yeah, I do. But you do know it's probably just somebody cooking their dinner. You know that, right? He said.
What? Are they like 1,000 feet in the air? How does he think the smoke from someone's dinner is 1,000 reach? Oh,
he's above the clouds. He's above the clouds. He saw through
and he
the
can
clouds.
see the smoke of a campfire.
in a campfire, and he's like, yeah, it's probably just someone cooking their dinner, bro. If you see smoke from 1,000 feet up, that is not dinner.
No,
That's
that's
a
something
forest
fishy
fire,
going on.
Chief.
He said, had she really dragged him this far off their path to Winterfell for this? From what I can see, they're doing more than just cooking dinner, she muttered. He sighed. And what can you see? He asked. Prisoners, was all she said.
They're cooking prisoners.
I'm going to call it. John's not making it there before Ned and Red Roach.
No,
Making it as they
Ramsay
arrive.
has captured Ned and Red Roach, and John has to save them.
Oh,
Red Roach is a horrible Dothraki name.
No, it's not a
unsullied
Dothraki name. It's an unsullied name.
Oh, it's still a horrible one.
Gray Worm, Red Roach. Red Roach because he has red hair. Yeah, you can't deny it. It's good.
That smacks of individualism. They would not want that.
An individual.
I can deny it.
Well, I mean, obviously his hair would have been shaved off anyway, so it wouldn't be individualism. It would have just been a color that was picked for him. So it still works.
There you go.
No, because roaches have good qualities.
What?
I mean,
They can
so do
survive
worms.
You know I'm just arguing to fuck with you right now.
I know.
No, I'm just like, I'm wondering how far you'll dig yourself in, where I just create an avalanche.
I'm sure I could dig this for an hour.
Okay.
No.
He shook his head. As much as he wished he couldn't in good conscience ignore this. Not after everything that had happened to Urine's prisoners. The faint sound of barks and howls could be heard down below. He patted Kirena on her flank. Set us down near them, but not too close. If what I'm hearing is what I think it is, they've got dogs with them, he said as he hardened his resolve and made his decision. How the fuck is he hearing dogs from 1,000 feet in the air?
He's fucking superhuman.
If he hears them, why can't they hear the fucking dragon wings?
Because they're all stupid.
Like, we were reading like 20 minutes ago that she flew off and she shook the trees to almost off their roots.
They
Just
probably
from a
think
gust
it's
of wind.
thunder.
There's no
Also,
sign of a storm.
I know, but they still probably think it's thunder.
What's the first thing you do when you hear thunder?
Look at the sky.
Look at the sky.
These guys are too stupid to do that.
There's literally
Yeah.
nobody on the entire planet of what Planetos or Earth or whatever planet in existence. They'll all look at the sky when they hear thunder.
Not these guys.
Also, notice how he, in that sentence, just suddenly was like, "Oh, I can't ignore this in good conscience."
And like
But he-
if
he-
20
he-
seconds
I've
ago,
been
he was-
trying to ignore it since she woke him up, and now, I can't ignore it now.
Why
Yeah.
can't he ignore it? For all he knows, these are prisoners going to the Night's Watch.
be.
Yeah, that is a very logical assumption, actually.
Well, no. Kirena said it feels like urine, so
So like the crows means the three-eyed raven is sending, well, three-eyed crow is sending him to Bolton, but why? I mean Ramsay Snow.
Three-eyed Raven hates Ramsay.
Why though?
who doesn't hate
Because
Ramsay?
Ramsay's a little shit, apparently.
Everyone hates Ramsay.
I mean, I hate Joffrey more than Ramsay, but
Three-eyed crow doesn't give a shoot. Be.
I mean, as long as Westeros survives the long night, the three-eyed crow doesn't care.
I didn't
Oh, I
care
know.
if he kills 500 people.
he doesn't care if he
Already
kills 1,000. But this author probably thinks the Three-Eyed Crow is a good guy that needs to stop things like this.
Yeah. He can see
There
the
could
future.
be a fair few people down there, and coupled with the fact they had dogs as well, John wasn't stupid enough to take them all on himself.
What? Yes, he is.
He's using,
Didn't he
What?
just tell Kirena not to get too close?
You know what? Yes.
Everything we've seen from John, this is exactly the kind of stupid shit he would do.
He's hot and cold.
I'm surprised he didn't jump off her back while she was 1,000 feet in the air to fly down and slice someone's head off and do a superhero landing.
Oh, God.
This isn't Star Wars.
Wingsuit like Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon.
He took a deep breath and released it as he came to a decision that he hopefully wouldn't regret. Today would be the day Kirena would be officially introduced to the Northern people.
Didn't I call it? I called the secrecy would last maybe a month.
It didn't last a day. Wait, no, 3 days, a week.
The gods won't be able to help them where they'll be going.
Yeah. I guess I had more confidence in Dirk than I should have.
Oh no! I was surprised you had any confidence in him at all.
No, hope you enjoyed that.
Negative confidence.
I like how he's like, set us down near them, but not too close. But then he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna swoop.
I'm just gonna show you to everyone.
Oh my god!
No, hope you enjoyed that.
She breathes her freaking Godzilla key beam.
Notes. I hope you enjoyed that, smiley face. Chapter 12 should be out by next Friday.
Wait, is Myth on there for the kudos?
You already know I'm on there for kudos.
I know, but I've got to mention it.
You can't remove kudos. Like, you can't take them off.
I have to mention that you thought this was a good enough story to leave kudos.
I don't know if you see this.
I mean, honestly,
you wouldn't do that.
Honestly,
it says
kudos doesn't mean much.
What are you doing? Zero?
He just noticed. What?
It will be on your account.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'm just putting your name there.
People know me better than that.
Me leaving kudos doesn't actually mean much because I use it the same way I use follows and favorites on FanFiction as a tracker of what I've read.
39 comments. Cyberlink on chapter 11 says cool. Ramsey is gonna meet his maker then? Dirk. Everything will be explained very soon. Smiley face.
I mean, I don't think anything needs to be explained. You're not.
Hey, what does it need to, like, why would you. Dude, this is. Look, I like when I get reviews, but there are some people who just, like, you give them all the clues they need in an unsubtle way, completely laid out, and they will still ask.
Is this what's happening?
Is this what's happening? Is it? I don't know. What?
What's even worse are the ones that, is this what's happening? And they're asking the exact wrong thing.
Yeah.
Have you noticed his profile picture is a picture from season 8?
Oh, yeah. I think he liked it.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not 7?
I'm sure.
Ed has to go to the wall. Even Rob must understand. Kat, as a religious woman, must adhere to faith. Not only for John, Rhaegar would never forgive them.
That next comment.
Silent Sisters wall. Wall too good for him. Really? Let's see these.
To be fair, Ned did basically commit treason.
Yeah.
Basically.
I got a review for my Genshin fic asking if Weiss is going to get Vision. She is, but they got the type wrong. Say Weiss, and I think Ruby, but I'm guessing Genshin
Yeah.
Impact is someone called Weiss. Okay. People get the wrong impression in reviews at all, and like it all the time.
I just got in an argument with the guy for review on Game of Kingdoms that wanted guns to be brought in.
Guns?
Guns. And he thought it was bad writing if the guy didn't invent guns to use his SEAL training when he's not even a freaking SEAL.
Oh, okay. Ruby crossover.
Oh, so it is Wise from Ruby.
Hey, I got confused for a second. Wait, how do you have guns in Game of Kingdoms?
Because it's a reincarnated OC.
Oh, of course. Never mind. Like they, dude.
The idea of bringing guns in is so stupid.
It is.
Do you know how hard it is to find all the materials, even if you knew the formula for making gunpowder?
He thinks everyone knows the formula.
Like I don't know. Off the top of my head, I have no idea. Something about sulfur?
Saltpeter.
Saltpeter, yeah, that's it.
There's something else.
Yeah, but like knowing the names is different than knowing the actual material. Where the heck do you find it, dude? People talk about iron mines and iron veins. If you put me in a forest right now and told me to go find an iron vein, I ain't finding shit.
Yeah.
I'd be lucky. I'd be lucky if I find a berry that doesn't poison me.
I'm not quite that bad, but yeah, there's no way I'd find an iron vein.
Or you sneak on firearms.
No, he thought that he also thought no one else would reverse engineer guns because they're all uneducated Westerosi peasants.
Peasants are not stupid. God.
Oh, I know.
So the maesters of the Citadel will 100% reverse engineer it.
And the blacksmith would definitely sell the design.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that would just be a way for him to allow peasants to kill him.
Essentially. And rise up against the monarchy.
Especially when you get like training from a master at arms to become a good swordsman. Bringing in guns is so stupid.
Not allowed to kill the father of beloved cousins. The Starks should lose their LP.
I think that's Lord Paramount.
Oh, okay.
So,
Since it's a military charge that they are not trustworthy. No, Lord Paramount isn't a military charge. It's a replacement title for a king.
Yeah.
Because they were the
I
kings
think
of
the
Winter,
warden
and then they become
title
Lord
is-
Paramount.
I think in Fanon, at least, the warden title is a military title. Like the
Yeah, because
warden of the north, warden of the east, those.
Yeah, Warden of the North keeps the kingdom safe from the free folk.
and you know, Grumpkins, Snarks, and White Walkers.
Making this a Yu-Gi-Oh crossover. Children of Ned as hostages, low-level marriages. What?
He's saying what the Stark punishments should be.
I know, this is ridiculous.
Why would
Yeah.
the
This is very excessive.
Logical reality would be send all Stark men to the wall. Jon to marry Arya and take the... What?
What the fuck?
first, if there was a marriage contract, it would be Sansa politically.
Yeah.
Even though George originally intended to pair Jon with Arya.
Yeah, but I mean, it probably would... Yeah, I forgot about that one.
But that was only because of the 5-year time gap.
Logical reality. Okay, option 2, since the Dreadfort will be vacant. Sorry, the Dreefort will be vacant. Jon will take it and have the Stark lands.
No wonder it got so many kudos and stuff. There's idiots like this.
No. This is an idiot, but let's see what this dude that thinks the wall was too good. Counter idea: either kill or send the Tullys and Ned to the wall, or Essos. Then give
What did
Jon
the
the
Tullys
Riverland
do?
as Lord Paramount and Lord of Harrenhal.
Arendelle.
Oh, Harrenhal.
Okay. So John's
And give him
Elsa now.
and give him Rhaenys as his wife to tie him to the crown. Also give him the Stark children, except for Red Roach, who's still Lord of Winterfell, as well as perhaps Catelyn and Lysa Tully as hostages.
What? What?
What the fuck?
Wait. Also kill Theon, as his uncle violated the agreement, and if Balon has an issue, well, Jon can have Kirena, obviously, to show him his place. Okay, so like, if I go and kill someone right now, my nephew in Ohio or whatever, somewhere, he's gonna get the death penalty if I kill someone.
Well, if it was Balon who went and did something against the crown,
Yeah, Balon.
yes,
Euron
because that's why Theon's a hostage. But Euron has nothing to do with the Greyjoys at this point. He's been exiled.
Also, he did that outside of Westeros anyway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Outside,
Honestly,
he didn't do anything in Westeros.
even Balon could go pirating outside of Westeros, and they wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, like they can go to the Southern Islands. They can go.
To Essos.
Yep.
I can't get over how he thinks the Tully should be punished for this.
I mean,
just randomly kill Edmure. Why? Why not?
And not just the
I mean,
Tullys. Lisa is married.
in the scenario in this fic, Ned does 100% need to face some consequence.
Well, yeah. But...
Not what these people are saying.
But these people are going way overboard.
Like, why would they send the children to be hostages? Let's see. Now that we're done with these crazy people, let's see what the probably less crazy but still crazy people are saying. Yeah, new chapter. I like this chapter, but I can't wait for the reunion between Jon and the Stark.
Just as crazy.
The Stark, just one of them.
The Stark. Which one?
That, of
The
course.
Stark.
Red Roach? Thanks. The coming together between the Starks and Jon is coming in the coming together is coming. Oh yeah, I recognize this name. Another great chapter. Thanks.
Sweet Lord Revan.
Oh no, someone was zero
He
in
does
his
not
name.
deserve that picture. No.
Another very good chapter. A legend
Lush.
is about to be born.
He was already born.
Exactly. Awesome. Finally back in the north. He's been in the north.
Finally.
Great chapter setting up the tournament at Harrenhal. Harrenhal Hall seems
Harrenhal.
like foreshadowing. Ha ha ha. No, that is not how foreshadowing works.
In
What is
what way did this set up the tournament?
That was in the Rhaegar chat or the.
Oh yeah, the Rhaegar section. That's right.
earlier.
That we didn't read.
That we read several months ago.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you read that part, the stream would have been 4 hours.
Oh yeah.
Lenny, if things are gonna go down at that tournament, Winky thinks. I bet Master M is gonna be there to show people how it's done. Amazing. When can we expect next update? The guy literally wrote in the note.
Update on Friday.
Update on Friday.
Maybe he added that after that comment.
Possible. I will grant you that, sir.
I
But,
can at least grant Dirk the title of if he had already had that in his author's note.
But then again, you are wrong. Because this person at 10:58 p.m. on the 14th of December asks when, and the guy says next Friday. But this person, only slightly later, asks, can't wait for it to next Friday. And then he says...
Yeah, but look up...
It is a full hour.
Dirk answered at 11:10, and if he edited it then it makes sense.
I'm not going to...
There is a full hour between them.
I'm going to pretend I'm right and move on.
Nope.
You do that a lot.
You're giving Dirk the benefit of the doubt. How nice of you. There's a reason you're everyone's hero.
Hell yeah.
Whereas I think he should be beat with a bag of potatoes.
And that's why you're a
You can't
villain.
even lift. You can't even lift a bag of potatoes. Hopefully, the reunion
I'm the king of
between.
magic. I'll get someone to do it for me.
That's fair. You get the goblins. Reunion between John, Chicken, and the Starks is soon, and he will first meet Danny and Rhaenys at the Harrenhal tournament. Great chapter! I can't wait for the next one.
Hearing great chapter for this so often makes me lose a tiny bit more faith in humanity.
I mean, King of Magic had like 1,000 reviews.
Yeah.
Great chapter as always. Can't see what happens when John reaches the north and meets his family again. Please update soon. Oh my god. Big one. This is a big one.
Oh.
First, I just
Do
want
I
to
see
say
well written in there?
that your story is awesome so far. It's very well written, and the interaction between characters is a delight to read, especially between John and Girion. Their relationship and the crude humor between them is both hilarious and entertaining to read. This is why people thought that season 6 and 7 were good, because there was like crude humor between Tyrion and Varys. You had Clegane as well at season 7 with his crude humor.
Clegane was always crude.
Yeah, I know, but like they specifically used him for the crude humor, and they used Podrick and Bronn. You know the part where he's trying to teach him how to fight, and he just slaps him in the face or something. Also makes a mention of the was it the one where the prostitutes didn't want him to pay them?
Yeah, gives the money back after spending a night with him.
Yeah, he makes the reference to it in that season.
But it happened in season 3.
I know, but like they're trying to do callbacks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Callbacks and crude humor was basically
They
6 and
don't
7.
know what to write anymore, so they're calling back to when the show was good.
To be fair, Bronn was sort of in character with that interaction.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, to be fair, Bronn never should have been as big of a character as he was in the show.
He was supposed to be a thug.
He's still a big character in the books.
Yeah, but like, no. Come on, man. Lord of what was it? Lord of the Reach.
Yeah, he gets Highgarden at the end.
He gets
his
Highgarden.
And his Master of Coin.
Master of
That
Coin,
was fucking
Highgarden.
stupid. I guarantee you he would have been assassinated within a week.
I mean, yeah, but like, how did he get there in the first place when you have the highborn families like Hightower?
Because Bran was king.
I know, Bran the Broken.
And Tyrion promised him a castle.
Who has a story that's better than Bran the Broken?
Him believing Tyrion when he said, "I'll get you Highgarden," was stupid.
Yeah.
He should have shot him in the face.
You're expecting good writing.
Okay, I also really like how Jon is turning out to be. Was this the part before or after he got slapped on the butt? There aren't any good badass motherfucker Jon, and the way you are writing yours is turning out to be one of the greats of A Song of Ice and Fire fanfiction. One of the greats.
Oh no.
There's a bootload of badass motherfucking John fanfictions.
Anyway, with this chapter, I'm really hoping Ramsay and his goons meet buddy. Meet their maker. Brutally die. I like how he adds it.
He has to specify.
Well, with this author, I think that was warranted.
And I'm really looking forward to Jon's no doubt explosive reunion with Ned, who I believe should be sent to the wall for his crimes. Moreover, I hope he reunites with his cousins soon, especially Arya. Speaking of which, oh my god, this dude's thought process. He writes Arya and then doesn't stop the sentence or anything. Especially the Arya. Speaking of which, like he's like saying this in one breath.
Yeah.
Would they know about the dragon when they meet? Bro, he literally just said in the story,
Time to show the North Kirena.
I have to introduce Kirena to the northern people, and you got this dude down here. Just scroll for a bit.
Asking, will they know about Kirena?
I
know about
just
the
thought
dragon?
of something.
So,
He says introduce her to the north. Does he think that will stay in the north?
no, obviously not.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
He thinks
he
that.
probably does.
He probably thinks the north will never tell the south. And it will stay in the north as a secret.
I'm going to meet Ray and Danny when he attends the tourney. What will their reaction be like, since he perfectly fits their ideal man? That's all I got to say till now. So keep up the great work and hope you update soon.
Sure.
Oh, the one thing I can confirm is they're gonna meet. Oh man, I see what else we
I
got
would
here.
like to say the wall is probably the correct punishment for Ned.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good punishment. Like FFP's like he's done with this. Man, I am
honestly, the proper thing to do in this scenario is when the royal family finds out, they meet with Ned in private and give him that punishment, and then he publicly announces that he's stepping down
like
as
to keep his dignity.
Warden of the North and taking the Black.
Oh.
Keep the rest of the Seven Kingdoms out of it.
That would be the proper thing to do, but you know what Dirk is going to do?
Oh, it's
Probably
all gonna
the
be that
opposite.
publicly.
Make a huge spectacle, probably.
Yeah, like John's
Yeah.
probably gonna get angry and shout in the middle of the procession of every lord in Westeros.
Yeah, gonna wait until the tourney of Harrenhal when everyone's there and just shout out everything in front of all the lords of the realm.
I have no plan. Okay, love the pacing. Please keep this going. Nothing worse than a good story that doesn't get updated. I have no plans of abandoning the story. It may take a little longer because of real life, but the story will be finished. I'm enjoying myself writing this, reading the feedback.
Last
It's probably because of
update.
COVID. And it hasn't updated.
Like ages ago. Great chapter, thanks. It seems that the Tournament of Harrenhal will be as shocking as the first one before the rebellion.
Mm.
Another chapter well done.
Wheel done.
Well done. As per usual, I only wish it hadn't ended with a cliffhanger. Looking forward to reading the next one. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you for the chapter. I can't wait for John's reunion with his cousin, in parentheses, sibling. Okay. Because, we didn't know.
Oh, there's a second page.
So, yeah, there is a second. God damn. The story, can't wait for John. Okay, these are pretty standard. What do we got here? I have one burning question for this entire thing so far.
What's your question?
Well,
That's one of those
I guess we'll never know.
That's one of those confused comments.
Are you updating today? Oh, it's because it's Friday. You're a gem. Jess Targaryen. That's like me calling myself Zero Uzumaki.
That's like calling myself Dylan L. That wasn't funny.
What? Should I do it?
Oh God.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
I did it.
He did it.
Oh no!
I did it.
Oh God.
Why is your avatar so strange? Oh,
Oh,
it's
no.
below everyone. Okay, never mind.
I can't. I want him to reply to that so bad now.
Go reply to it then.
Him,
Make
not
an
me.
account. Oh. I
he
don't
he
think-
wants Dirt to reply.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to his profile and see what his most recent activity was.
Nothing.
Oh no, this is his only thing.
This is the only thing. This is the 30th of April, 2020.
Huh? Correct. Wow.
300,000 words.
I mean, go to the last chapter to the comments and see if he has answered the question recently.
Yeah.
Two 205 comments.
Oh
Dear
God.
God. Let's go to the last page.
Last page or second to last.
This is the last. Oh, people just asking, will there be more chapters? 13 August 2021, so like 9 days ago.
No,
Por favor,
no response.
continua. Continuación, multiplicación, fusión, amor, dragones. Oh
You
my
know what
God.
I hate about that? This is an
What?
English story. He probably read the English.
I know. I get reviews like this as well, but I mean, obviously you can understand what he means. Continue, keep making more chapters. I love this. It has dragon and fire.
I think Amor is not I love, is on more love, more dragons, more fire.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm dumb. Will there be more chapters? Yeah, this fix is abandoned, guys. Oh, we will keep reading until chapter 35. Don't you worry about that.
And then with the day we get there, it updates.
That
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, like so. The next thing we'll be reading is called Uprooted Evil. Start with the Bolton bastard as the point of view. All right,
Saying
maybe
the Bolton bastard for the point of view is horrible.
you know he's gonna fight the boss monster that is Jon Snow. All right.
Oh, maybe he captures John.
Ooh, that'd be good. Like he's beat
So-
the crap out of him and
that
wins.
would actually be good, so I'm not expecting it.
I think
Captures
nobody-
John, and Red Roach and Ned, the Awakened Wolf, have to save him.
Yeah,
At
that
the
will never
Awakened Wolf
happen.
saving, that'd be amazing.
So,
Yes.
what's the future of the stream? Are we going to do it again next week, or are you still busy?
I think I can start doing it next week, and you know every Sunday, possibly Friday nights, because Sunday night is kind of unfair. But well, Friday we keep doing movies. We'll figure it out.
And we're foreign, slightly intelligent people. We can figure it out.
Exactly. Like
All right.
let's say it'll be Sundays at night. Well, at night my time at 9 p.m. And if we feel like doing it on Friday, we could just do a stream on Friday.
That works.
Essentially, I want to keep doing this. I just didn't want to. I don't want what happened. Like I would start a stream and then 10 minutes later I have to stop to be able to do some renovations or something.
Yeah, I understand that.
So I just looked through all of the comments on that last chapter, and he didn't reply to any of them.
Yeah, he probably gave up.
Actually, that sounds more like something happened to him.
Yeah, maybe it did. That would be tragic.
Considering like the last update was right at the beginning of the pandemic.
No, don't say that.
Yeah, that's what seems likely, though.
Yeah, but now I feel like I'm making fun of a dead guy.
He can see you. He is watching. He is standing over your shoulder as a ghost, glaring at you.
You glare back. Bro, Dirk, I know you're looking at me. What the heck is this? This is your life's work, and now you can't do any more? Is it? Sorry, man.
This is your life's work.
This is it. This is what you are immortalized for.
Generations in the future, when we get taken over by the aliens, are gonna wonder what the heck was this about? Is this real history?
Oh God, I'm just imagining us getting taken over by aliens and then reading the cringe fan fictions.
The aliens would be like reading these tags. Puberty hit John hard in a good way, and they're like, "Oh, this must mean what the children like to do." This is
Yes, they're gonna see these tags and think this is normal of humanity, including the fifth from last.
these humans have some interesting tags.
Actually, click that. I want to see.
Just noticed that second archive warning.
Really.
Oh God.
Let me go back for a second. No, I can't go back. It's over. We're stuck here.
80,091.
Yep.
Works in incest. Oh dear.
Oh God.
I think we should end the stream here.
Yeah. That was not how I expected to end the stream.
So thank you guys for coming.
But yeah, that second archive warning is what I noticed.
Wait, I need to do that cringe thing that YouTubers are supposed to do every time they finish a video. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Guys, if you like this video and would like to see more of it, you should like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. You should smash it like I smash my self-esteem every morning when I look in the mirror.
You should smash it like John's gonna smash his families.
Sister.
An after party of myth reading King of Magic. Myth, you want to read King of Magic in Zero server?
I mean, I've got time, so I guess I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I got time too. I'll hang out.
I'll hang out.
And with that, I will end.
In
What is
our server or in Shira server?
You have the link to the server?
I don't.
I'll give you the link.
Thank you.
No problem. I will end the stream now.
Okay.
Goodbye, my friends.
Goodbye, everyone. This is the King of Magic signing off. Bow to me, you peasants.
See you next week.
Jesus.
I guess I should thank you.
But that'd be out of character. Maybe you should just throw an insult my way instead.
Yeah, that sounds better. Still, I owe you.
Goodbye.